This element comes off with 3 bolts. Each bolt has a T27 Torx to it. So here, your stock breather goes into the back of the air filter element. Leave it there for now. Pull off the 2 caps for the breathers. You're going to use this stock breather hose later, so just work it out of the back, put it aside. Second bolt comes out, air cleaner backing plate comes off. First step for the install are the 2 large spacers with the original breather bolts. Pick the large backing plate spacer with 1 breather bolt, install on the back end. Next we'll install the backing plate. Get the backing plate, line the backing plate up, install the bottom bolt in first. With the last bolt, you're going to install the breather bracket. Bolt through the big hole and up here. Now that you've got the 3 bolts in place, holding the backing plate on, there's 1 more bolt to put in for the breather bracket. Get that bolt started in there and snug it up. The next step that's going to happen is we're going to trim the stock breather hose for our assembly. First, you're going to plug it back on the stock breather bolt, left side, and then you'll see how it'll fit right here, but your right breather tube is going to be long. So what you're going to do, you're going to pull your breather tube off here, feed the breather tube through, down, and that's going to put us right here where we need to be. Take note here where to cut it because you're going to trim this thing down. Now we're going to put that back together. We've trimmed our right side. Now we need to trim the center hose a little bit. Pull it off there. Center hose, we're going to trim 1/4 of an inch off this hose. You can see kind of where it flares out here. You can cut it right there. So take 1/4 inch off. Plug it in on the top. Plug your right breather in, and you're ready to go. Harley-Davidson developed this new M8 engine with a huge emphasis on the intake and breather system. Our RIDE NICE Milwaukee Breather utilizes that stock breather system Harley developed. Next step will be to take the K&N air filter element. If you look at the element, there's one section on it where the pleats come together. You always want to install that down just so it looks a little nicer. You're going to want to get the element pushed into the back groove so it'll hold itself here, because the next step is a little bit tricky. And the easiest way to do it is to put the 4 bolts through the face, put the 4 inner spacers in there. Now set this in and work the breather element into it. Notice the orientation on the top. The bolt holes are spread a little wider. This one's out to the left a little more. So just make sure the bolts that are spread wider are to the top and narrow to the bottom. Now these bolts, cinch them down to approximately 18 foot-pounds of torque, or 23, or whatever you prefer, but they can cinch down because they have the inner spacer that'll keep the air filter element from crushing. So it puts just enough crush on it to make it right. Okay, the last step to our air cleaner install is the faceplate. You're going to use the 6 stainless steel bolts that are supplied with it. Start with the top center. Snug them up. 1, 2, 3. There you go. All right, there you have it. RIDE NICE Milwaukee Breather installed on a Milwaukee 8 engine. All billet aluminum, stainless steel hardware, steel faceplate, K&N high flow filter element. All buttoned up, ready to go.